So the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe's have started arriving on dealership lots, and today with me I have the SEL trim level that I want to take a look at with you guys. Now in this video, I want to go over some of the changes they made for the 23 model year, specifically here in this SEL trim level, go over the new pricing, as well as just show you around what you get for about that $35,000 price point here on this all-wheel drive model. So to quickly cover the pricing for the 23 model year, so we can go ahead and take a look at this exact vehicle. The SEL front-wheel drive starts at $33,195, and the all-wheel drive starts at $34,895, both including destination. So this represents a $2,450 price increase for this model year, but as you'll see in a second, this includes a lot of new equipment here on the base SEL, as the SEL Convenience package has been discontinued. Now Hyundai has sort of divvied up the equipment that was found in the Convenience package. Some moved down to the base SEL, some moved up to the SEL Premium package, so depending on which features you're looking for, you might find it here in the SEL, or you might have to move up to the SEL Premium. Now in addition to these equipment changes, Hyundai also made a few exterior trim changes, which I'll go ahead and show you guys right now. So just to give you guys an idea of exactly what changed in terms of the exterior trim, I have a 2022 SEL Premium on the right and the 2023 SEL here on the left, both in the same white color. So hopefully this gives you guys a great side-by-side comparison, just to show you guys these small minor tweaks here with the exterior differences. But anyways, I have my handy little key here on the phone so I can point out every exact difference between the two. But I'm using the SEL Premium because most of the exterior trim was going to be the exact same between the 2022 SEL regular. So that's why I have this one here, and it's also the only one available on the lot. But starting out here in the front, you can already see one of the big differences, and that is the grille. On this one, you can see it's the chrome finish, and on this one, it's the black finish. So this is the 23, like I said, is what they changed. This is on the SE and SEL regular, and the SEL Premium and up now for 23 has this grille. Similarly to the lower trim, this is a brighter chrome material, and this one is a darker silver painted accent. That's another difference for the 23 model year. So this one was found on the regular 2022 SEL and up, and this one is the 23 SEL and SE. Coming to the side of the vehicle, here's another difference. Down here on the lower door trim, this one is going to be a black, where this one is a silver kind of chrome material. That's another difference for 2023. Now coming around to the back of the vehicle, the trim is going to follow suit in the rear as well. So you can see on the 23, it's going to be that dark silver like the front, whereas the 2022s had this bright silver chrome trim. So those are the exterior differences that they changed for the 23 model year. So essentially, if you buy a 2022 regular SEL, it's going to look like this one. And if you buy a 23 regular SEL, it's going to look like this one. Now it is worth pointing out one exterior difference here. Say this was a 2022 regular SEL, not the premium trim, it would not have the exterior puddle lights on the bottom of the mirrors. Here in 2023, that was made standard on the SEL and up. So this one has it, and this one would not, again, if it was a regular 2022 SEL. So the Santa Fe in front of us is a 2023 Santa Fe SEL finished in quartz white with the black and beige interior. Now this color really pops here in the sunlight. You can see it has a lot of flake in the paint. Definitely gives it a nice premium appearance. But starting out with the front of the Santa Fe, this is the same design that you'll find on the 2021 and newer refresh Santa Fe's. You do have your daytime running lights up top that kind of split into the lower headlamp assembly. And these are LED reflector headlights that are standard on all Santa Fe's. You'll find your incandescent turn signals up top in the corner. You'll find your new black grille, like I said, for the standard SEL trim. Still looks very nice, gives it a nice contrast here on the white paint color. And then down below, you'll find your dark silver or gray trim. Moving to the wheels and tires, these are your 18-inch machine wheels with the dark gray accents. These are 235/60 18-inch Kumho Crugin tires. Just a nice solid all season. Then you'll find your black molding that runs along the bottom trim of the Santa Fe's. That is body color in the upper trim levels of the Santa Fe. Here are your mirror caps with LED turn signal indicators. And like I mentioned briefly before, these are your LED puddle lights that are standard on the SEL and up. Blind spot monitoring, and they are heated as well. Hyundai Digital Key 1 with the satin door handles. There's a side profile for you guys. Of course, you have the silver accented roof rails up top with the silver trim around the windows. Coming to the back, you'll find your more black trim on the bumper along with your dark gray accents. You have your incandescent tail lights with the turn signals down below on the bumper. Rear backup camera, of course, with a nice accent that spans along the trunk lid. And of course, your H-Track badge, because this one is all-wheel drive. Overall, the SEL looks pretty premium, considering it is one step up from the base model Santa Fe. And again, in this paint color, it definitely looks really nice and pops here in the sun. So let's go ahead and take a look on the interior at the black and beige cloth interior. So here's your door panels on this particular color. You have the soft touch black up top. It is a nice, similar to the Palisade videos I just did, nice soft touch. You have a kind of unique design element in gray and black across the top of the door handle. Then you have your beige center armrest here with the soft touch material as well. You have a nice pattern here on the door speaker. Power windows, mirrors, and locks. Silver accented door handle. Moving on to the seats, you do have your power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar. And you can see the seats have a nice two-tone theme to them with the perforations in the cloth kind of having the black showing through. Looks very nice overall. Definitely goes well with the white. You can see on your dash you have more of the two-tone elements with the accent faux stitching here. Runs across to the passenger side as well. So stepping inside, we'll go ahead and start it up. So you're immediately greeted with the updated interior options here on the SEL. So starting out with the gauge cluster, this is your analog gauge cluster with the 4.2-inch screen in the center. This is a color display. You can control this here on the left side of the steering wheel. Gives you a nice amount of options, including some of your four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive information, drive information, fueling, all that good stuff is found there. The steering wheel is nice leather wrapped here on the SEL. You have your audio and Bluetooth controls here on the left. Your driver assistance technologies here on the right, including highway driving assist, lane follow assist, navigation-based smart cruise control. That is all found here on the SEL. You do have paddle shifters mounted behind. Automatic headlights with automatic high beam assist. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your gauge illumination, lane keeping assist, the power tailgate button, as well as traction control on off, electronic parking brake down below there. And moving on to the infotainment system, this is the 10.25-inch navigation system that used to be a part of the SEL Convenience, but is now standard on all SEL and up. This system is very intuitive, very nice to use, includes a ton of features, including the built-in navigation that you can see there. Now, of course, all of these are wired Android Auto and wired Apple CarPlay, so there's no wireless functionality like the 8-inch systems from before. So keep that in mind that only the base Santa Fe SE now has the 8-inch with the wireless functionality in terms of Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. Two vents just below that. All of your hard touch buttons are still present here on the center console. I really like the fact that Hyundai is including the hard touch buttons still on these vehicles. You have a programmable menu mode button that you can program here in the infotainment system to do a few different options. It's basically a programmable shortcut button. Then you have your dual zone automatic climate control, again new on the SEL for 2023. Includes a 3-zone automatic control for these fan speeds, so you can go ahead and set it and limit the fan speed with that function there. Just below all that, you'll find your push button gear selection and your auto hold feature, auto stop start off. This is an all-wheel drive, so it has a few more drive modes than the front-wheel drive, including a center differential lock that can distribute power 50-50 front and rear. You have your rear backup camera button, as well as your hill descent control for all-wheel drive models. Heated front seats on the SEL. You have a closable lid here for the one cup holder, including your USB-A port and wireless charging indicator. This does have Hyundai digital key, including the wireless charging pad right here. So this is a vertical mounted slot. So basically slide your phone in, it'll hold it in place, wirelessly charge it, and this is your digital key like I said. Here's your proximity entry including remote start on all Santa Fe's with the proximity entry. Center console is nicely padded and has a little button release here. Little extra storage up top. There's no ports or anything in there, but it is fairly deep, so lots of storage. And one thing similar to the Palisade that I enjoy about the Santa Fe is just below the center console, you'll find a USB port and lots of extra storage down here. So if you have a family, have a lot of extra stuff, there's definitely a good amount of space below the console here, including a 12-volt outlet and everything like that. So nice to see that here on the Santa Fe as well. Moving up top, you do have your illumination here. It is all incandescent, no auto-dimming rear view mirror. Blue Link SOS buttons, again, more of your interior illumination, that's just incandescent bulbs. But yeah, overall, lots of interior space here on the Santa Fe. You do have a little pocket up here just below, above the glove box. Glove box is damped. And I do not see any interior lighting in there. But yeah, overall here, very nice in the front seat. Let's go ahead and check out the back. You have a nice wide door opening on the Santa Fe's. Good for kids, car seats, everything like that. The materials partially follow through here on the back doors. It's not soft touch up top here, but you do have your soft touch beige armrest with this interior. Good amount of storage in the door panels. There's your adjustment for the rear seat back, so those do recline. AC vents, USB ports for charging in the back. One mat pocket on the passenger seat. There's a look at the front. Some more illumination in the back, door handle grabs. Overall, a nice place to be. The seats do recline a fair amount, as you'll see right there. 2 cup holders in the center armrest, which has a nice amount of padding. It is cloth. But yeah, overall, a nice place to sit here in the back seat. Lots of interior legroom. So I think this is a very good SUV size-wise if you have a family and might not need a 3rd row or anything like that. You know, if you have 1 or 2 kids, I think this is a very nice choice for an entry-level SUV. Once again, this is the power tailgate on the SEL and up. This one has the cargo cover option accessory, 12-volt outlet in the back, a little extra storage on the sides. In the Santa Fe, one thing I like about it is all the extra room for storage beneath the floor. So of course you have this with your emergency roadside jack, but up front here you have even more underfloor storage. I mean, that's just massive, the amount of storage. I mean, those are well over probably 2 feet long, probably 8 to 10 inches deep in each one of these. So lots of underfloor storage here in the Santa Fe. And this does have a programmable height function, so it's a little bit lower than it would be. But you can see right there how to do the programmable liftgate. So just pointing that out in case you're wondering about the liftgate height. So finishing up here on the passenger front seat, there's a look at the interior materials. This is just a 4-way manual passenger seat, so no power here on the passenger side. But yeah, overall, lots of space here in the Santa Fe. Like I said, I think this is a good vehicle if you do not need a 3rd row or something quite as big as the Palisade. So underneath the hood of most Santa Fe's, you'll find the 2.5 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that puts out 191 horsepower and 181 foot-pounds of torque, paired to a traditional 8-speed automatic with either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, like I mentioned earlier in this video. Now, under the hood of the Limited and Calligraphy Santa Fe's, you'll find the 2.5 liter turbocharged engine, which puts out considerably more power and torque than this particular one, but that one is paired to the 8-speed dual clutch transmission, again, both in front and all-wheel drive. So that's going to conclude this video on the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe. Now, if you want to know what changed on other trims of the 2023 model Santa Fe, I have a detailed video going over just that in terms of every feature and packaging change for this model year. So I'll leave a card up in the corner if you guys want to check that one out if you're interested in other trims of the Santa Fe. So if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please hit that like button. It greatly helps out these videos and the channel. If you have any questions or comments on the 2023 Hyundai Santa Fe or anything else, leave that all in the comment section below and I'll definitely get back to you. Now, if you happen to own a Santa Fe Hyundai in this generation, let me know how your ownership experience has been. I'm always curious about these vehicles, whether your ownership experience has been positive, negative, neutral. And if you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button and check out some of the other content that is currently available on the channel. If you're interested in other 2023 Hyundais, I have a few videos already up on the channel and others coming here shortly once we get them here in inventory. So make sure to subscribe and check out some of the other content available. So with all this being said, once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed. As always, hope to see you guys in the next one.